And push record. Okay, guys, take two. We're going to be looking at the distributive property. And so these are our doodle notes that we're going to use. And we're using our color pencils to add color wherever and however you would like to do that. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the top. And we're going to look at the kind of the recipe. So it says at the top, E represents, or this all right here, sorry, that represents the ingredients for cake batter, where E is the number of eggs, B is the number of cake mix boxes, and T is the number of teaspoons of oil. Okay, so I'm gonna just color mine a little bit. I did yellow, but that's okay. Well, it doesn't have to be, any particular color. Guys, thank you for listening. You are just going to color, but this is our mix or our recipe that we're going to use. And we're going to have eggs and the cake mix and the oil. So the E is going to be the number of eggs, B is the number of cake mix boxes, and T is the number of teaspoons of oil. So the first one we're going to look at is a single recipe. The single recipe calls for 3 eggs. Okay. Then it calls for 1 box of the cake mix and 2 teaspoons of the oil for the one recipe, right? So do you see this 1 that's out in front of the parentheses? That's your single batch. If you do not have colored pencils or crayons, go get some of mine to use, okay? So that you'll be able to do this as we're going along. Now, you might not get everything colored the way you want to, and you can work on it later. Go get it. If you need to go get some, no problem. So this is pointing at the 1 right here, and this is indicating a single batch, that you're gonna make 1 batch of whatever it is that we're making. I'm assuming we're making a cake because we're using the cake bit. Yes, because it said we're making cake batter. So we're going to make a cake. All right. Now, with the single recipe, then you have everything that's inside. You're going to multiply by 1, or you're going to need 3 of your eggs, 1 of your cake mixes, and 2 teaspoons of your oil, right? But what if you wanted to go to a party or you had more people coming and you needed to double it?
Times 2.
That's right. It would be times 2. So you see that 2 right there? You would have 2 single batches. So you would still have your original recipe that still called for your 3 eggs, your 1 box of your mix, and your 2 teaspoons of the oil. But because you're doubling it, you're going to have to multiply all of it by 2 to get a double recipe. So what would 2 times 3 be? Class? 6. So we would need 6 eggs. We would need 6. I'm going to make that 6 eggs. And then what about the boxes? We would have 2 times 1.
2.
So we would have 2 boxes. And then for your teaspoons of oil, you would have 2 times 2, which would give us 4. 4, very good. So the 4 teaspoons of oil. All right. And that would give us our double batch. And so that's why right here they have the 6 and they drew it inside the egg. Okay. And then we would have the 2, which we could draw inside of the box. I'm not a great artist, but I can try to do the box. Okay. And then I can make a 2 inside there. And then we would need of the spoons. We would need 4 of those, right? Okay. I did it better like this in the other class. That's a spoon. And with a 4, I'll put a 4 on top of it. There we go. There we go. So there we have our double recipe, right? Yes. Okay, very good. I'm going to pause this so we can catch up